Anne Fullerton at the bottom, some of the older ones give you a little bit of information. Tells you she died on a plantation. Perseverance. Yeah. That was an estate. Yeah. Yeah. So we know those people would not be slaves. Slave cannot afford marble. No. Yeah. Now, ever heard of Tomb of the Unknown Soldier? So England have the unknown soldier, but Canada have the unknown. Some of the Caribbean islands call him the unknown too, but you notice why it's unknown because there's no information on it. Let's go with the brick. Call it ballast. Anybody went to New Orleans? That same brick is on the street of in New Orleans. Now, when England set sail to conquer a nation, you have to balance a ship. You must balance the ship. The ship and the brick were made the same place. That's where the name ballast come in. Balance the ship come in. But remember, we said that they must balance the ship. So that means they unlightened the brick, left it, and balanced back with stuff they took from us. Different things from different places. Usually I say it wasn't exchange, they were taken.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say that.
Without any apology. Yeah.
That was true.
Without any apology, yes.
We're
So,
not known for our.
so Canada, India, Australia, and it's actually documented. When we finish, we'll go to the garden and see that the brick and the ship were made the same place. So to make the ship, to sail it, you must have the brick. Yeah. Now, because in history, that a slave were not buried in cemeteries, we think it would be European too. Like the sailor, the soldier, the marble give her the status. It should surely be the owners. Yes. Now let's pause here a little bit. I'm looking out to the right to the ocean. Beautiful day today. But what we are looking at there, two waters meet, the Atlantic meeting with the Caribbean. Yeah. So the darker one is the Atlantic to the horizon, the inner is the Caribbean Sea. The point that jotted out to the ocean, that will be liver on the map. And that's where we do some turtles. You must have heard that we have some endangered turtles. You cannot touch, you cannot eat. Very large. Now, one of the reasons why we protect them so much is because out of the millions of eggs laid on that beach every year, sad to say, 1, 2, 4, 5 will make it alive. We do it in natural way. From the time they come up from the sand, the birds are there on the way to the water, and then to go all the way across to the Atlantic, Africa, to come back, because anywhere a turtle was born, when she's ready to nest, she wouldn't nest in what's in the world. She must nest here. So she'll go all over the world, but she must come back here to nest. Yeah. So the season will start in the next 3 months. It's so protected that the volunteers we have from all over the world sleep on that beach to protect those turtles. Yeah.
So does she come back yearly? Or
yes, yearly. Yeah. Unlike the salmon, which I understand the salmon die, but she comes yearly.
Yeah. Are they hawksbill turtles?
No, those are the leatherback.
Leatherback.
Yeah, yeah, the big ones.
Okay, yeah, those are huge.
Now, because we border with the Atlantic Ocean and that was the transatlantic trade route, we have a lot of history that happened this side. So they tell you when you come to St. Patrick, you come for history. This water closer to us here, 1800, a boat dropped 220 something Indians from Calcutta, India, in Ovens Bay. So those are the Indians that came to work on the sugarcane field. They came in as indentured Indians. They landed in that bay here, 1800. Now, on the head of this white headstone here tells you, in 1886, John died at the age of 37. So in 1886, when John died, the world didn't know what John died from, but he died from sickle cell. His son is a gentleman we read about outside, Walter. Walter went to Chicago in the US to study to become a dentist. And while studying, he got sick and was privileged for 2 US doctors to come up with the name sickle cell. So the disease was there. There weren't a name. The name started with Walter in Chicago in the US. Yeah. And you realize a few of them, they died young. Because we know in the Caribbean here, a full-blown still don't live that long. Yeah. Well, we had fort here, hence we had the cannon. All those points had, but those were more like lookout and those were French.
So this used to be a fort?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
up
I
pretty
guess
high.
somewhere along the line you already heard that Christopher Columbus never discovered. Now we know
Yeah.
America is changing it to Indigenous Day.
Yeah.
So our indigenous people were living here long before he was born.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Now while these indigenous people live on some of the islands, France were the only European to settle with them. So you might realize that our island have a lot of French name of places.
Mhm.
And our foreparents were speaking what we call the patois or the French Creole. And they live here comfortable with France till England.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we guess that's when they came in with the brick.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and didn't England and France fight over the country?
So we went like this. This Wednesday we have French Island. Come next Wednesday will be British. 7 times we
Yeah.
change hands.
7 times. Yeah. I knew they fought over this island.
And then 1700 they signed the Treaty of Versailles. But our Treaty of Versailles went along with Canada. And we were handed over to England. So there's more than one Treaty of Versailles. One of the World War ended with one. This one is the one with Canada. Yeah. So that's how Canada ended up having a French side
Uh-huh.
because it was signed along the same time with us.
Quebec.
Yeah. Now, about this activity here, on the western side of the island, you will see some sign marked petroglyph for Amerindian because native actually left the history on some rock. So anyway, you see that sign, there's a rock that depict the history, telling us after letting France remain on the island with them, now France decided to wipe them off the island. So they were living their history in different places till they made their last stand at the end of the island. So you're exactly at the end of the island. It's a little blurry. You can take photos, but Setters is a French name. We got the name from the incident. Yeah. You all going up?
No, down.
Where all did us take lunch?
A place in Grenville.
Uh-huh. Because they had a restaurant there that's there's a woman that used to run it. Actually, she buried yesterday, but she had closed it down and that other girl took over. But I never saw all to tell all that the girl running there now, right under the church. She when you see there, you can watch out in the water there too. Yeah, yes, too. If one day you want you pass on that side and you want to have lunch early, you could swim in there. She have parking there. When you leave the church and you're going down, you go see the restaurant right on the side there, and they have parking
Would
there.
they killed them or would they made them slaves? Do you think? Hard to say.
Because remember they were here with them all the
Yeah.
while. But we think that but when England came in,
Oh.
being here they would have helped them fight England. There's a similar incident that happened in the US like that. So I know they must have got afraid of them now. But we know that the natives would not have told them all their secrets.
Yeah.
So they were kind of timid. So we think that's where the hostility came about. Yeah. Now the job is also a little different. The rocks you see there, that's man-made. We have erosion.
Breaker wall.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we're trying
So
to
you're trying to keep it from eroding
yeah.
probably.
And to tell you how northern you are, well, you all are lucky today because you see the Carriacou behind. Look behind in the clouds, you see an outline.
Uh-huh.
Now, you must have heard in July last year that we had a strange hurricane that affected Carriacou and St. Vincent Islands. So, that, yeah. Yeah. Actually, there's a large ship right in the harbor in Carriacou. So, you seen it? Yeah, it's there. It's right. It's right. It's between here. Now, the islands are Grenada Islands. So, we say on the map it's Rune Island, but we say Isla Rune, Isla Kite, Diamond Rock, Three Sisters, Layton, Buiza, and then behind is Carrick.
Yeah, and Jacob Jennings right out there.
5 miles in front of you,
Where the volcano.
right here. So you see what? Yeah,
Sisters, it's like right over there.
yeah. And it's 5 miles. It's closer than some of the islands. It's 5 miles from this point here. Now you realize that there's no activity around it. Even if we're on the alert, we never have anything stop it above water.
Right.
But what we
all
would have here
happening
is
down.
earthquake. Yeah. Yeah, you never see anything.
We're on.
No, you never have anything going up. Also, if you're sailing, so you see that ship, so you see how far it's taken outside. So it'll be passing beyond it. Yeah. So I think this comes up on your chart. When you reach close to it, you divert a little out. Now, if they were going to the islands, then they would have come in a little in, but it's to the horizon, so it's going out. They're going up to Caribbean. It's one of those. The last two people that left, they were going on Friday. I think they said, but they were doing the plane.
I was there right before the hurricane,
Okay.
and I'm hoping they're rebuilding.
Yeah. Still a little messy. Still. Yeah. But good place to relax. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grenadines and
Right up.
Dairy Crew and all that is gorgeous. I wish the boat was working so you could have gone on it, but
Yeah. The ferry do go up, but I don't know how they're doing it for the Independence holiday. I don't know if they have to bring down people. Actually, I think sometimes they go up twice for the day. They go up evening. They go up, I think, 5 and 9. Yeah. 9 o'clock in the morning and then 5. Yeah, because when I leave in here, they will be, oh, they're going up. But usually I say, you can't go to Carriacou and spend one day. You have to spend about 3 days to enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's a fun thing to do for sure. Each little island has its own little flavor. In Beckway, they have a little turtle sanctuary place for hawkbill.
Yes. Yeah. We also have on Isle Kai, they do another turtle in Isle Kai, which two different groups. So it's different to the leatherback. I think they live for 500. They have a movie outside about it. So those turtles that come in on Aleka is different to those that come in here. Yeah. Because when they leave, I think they go up because I was watching the movie and they put a GPS on them and they found it up by the Cayman Island up there. So they're good. But those that come here, they just go across to the polar water and then come back. Yeah, but those that come in the island is a different type.
Own different migration patterns.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. It's always interesting to me that these animals or butterflies or birds.
Everybody
know
have
where,
they know.
they know
Yes.
where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And how do you navigate them?
Yeah.
So, and nobody tells them how to do it. They just do it for some reason.
And if you ever see that movie that is filmed there, all the guys that is there came from this part of the island. So actually, one of them is they're swimming with a shark. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
After all your ancestors and them jump over and die. Then you're not too.
Just